Welcome, everyone. Let's jump right into how AI is totally reshaping both business and geopolitical landscapes. It's like it's like the electricity revolution, you know?
Yep, absolutely. It's fascinating if you think about it, the way strategic power is won by who builds the most efficient AI models.
Yeah, exactly. There's this dual dynamic at play. On one hand, we see the global competition with the US and China battling it out for AI supremacy. It's like they're racing to not just build, but refine AI models down to the last bit of efficiency.
Right? And on the other hand, there's the business model evolution. I mean, we're talking about a two-layer structure, the infrastructure as the base, and then these wildly innovative applications taking off on top.
Exactly. You see it with cloud platforms like Amazon's Bedrock or Google's Vertex AI, which are not only hosting these models, they're fueling new revenue streams. It's like reinventing the wheel, but with digital horsepower.
Right. And then there's the idea that AI is more than a product. It's becoming a fundamental digital service. Reminds me of the old days of electricity powering industries.
Yeah, like think of it as the App Store revolution, but even grander. We're seeing major players like OpenAI with their GPT series, Google with Gemini and Gemma, Anthropic with Claude, and Meta's commitment to open source with Llama.
Exactly. That's a great point. And let's not forget the European players like Mistral, and especially the Chinese tech giants like Baidu with ErnieBot and ByteDance incorporating AI into everyday apps like CapCut. The pace is just, breathtaking.
Totally. It's fascinating because these advancements are like not just about more power, they're also about making things efficient. The talk of parameters, knowledge size, and smaller, more nimble models that can even run locally has really taken off.
Yep, and that's where we see the mini models and the revolutionary techniques like mixture of experts come into play. It's like you're only using what you really need at any given moment, making everything more agile and energy efficient.
Exactly, which then opens up opportunities for smaller startups to leverage this technology on consumer grade hardware. Imagine running a high performance model on a personal computer.
Yeah, that's mind blowing. Speaking of startups, it's amazing how this infrastructure underpins a whole new universe of applications. From image generation, tools like Midjourney, Leonardo AI, to advanced translation systems that go way beyond simple word to word conversions.
Oh, absolutely. And the transformation in image generation is almost surreal. Remember, earlier tools sometimes generated images with odd details, like weird hands or mismatched elements. But now, thanks to advanced models, the precision is almost uncanny.
Yeah, indeed. When we talk about translation, it's similarly revolutionary. The models are now interpreting tone, context, and style, making them far more nuanced than, say, traditional Google Translate results.
Right. And that's all thanks to innovations in embeddings, mathematical vectors that capture contextual meanings. It's really pushing the envelope on how machines understand human language.
Exactly. Now, here's a kicker. There's this tension when the companies that build the base infrastructure also start competing in the application space. It's like you're building a marketplace and then, boom, you start selling your own product that competes with your vendors.
Right, that's a major critique. It's the classic case of potential conflict of interest, like the Amazon scenario where they copy successful ideas into their ecosystem and outcompete others.
Yeah, I see that. Exactly. This dynamic is pushing companies to innovate even faster. I mean, look at how ChatGPT integrated image generation functions previously available only through standalone tools.
Yes, and that integration is giving birth to multimodal models that can juggle text, images, audio, and more. It's like a symphony of data
Right.
types all working in unison.
You know, this whole mix of modalities opens up so many new forms of human AI interaction. Just imagine being able to point at an image and say, change this, and having the AI understand exactly what you mean.
Totally. And that in turn is transforming the workflow of companies, startups, and even individual professionals. It's like having a design assistant that never sleeps and is always ready to help optimize your vision.
Exactly. Now, what are your thoughts on the opportunities available for smaller teams? I mean, with open source models like Llama 3 and tools like Olama and LM Studio, it feels like the AI field is democratizing itself.
Absolutely. The beauty here is that it opens up the space for niche innovations. Startups can now build custom solutions without completely relying on the big cloud giants. It's like having your own little lab, even if you're on a small budget.
Yeah, that's right. And those visual interfaces like ComfyUI really lower the barrier, don't they? You don't have to be a hardcore programmer anymore to get started with AI.
Yep, that's a huge shift. It's like the old days of desktop publishing where more people could create without heavy coding. This too democratizes technology.
Exactly. But here's something I want to challenge a bit. While open source is great, don't you think there's some risk in a fragmented ecosystem where standards aren't set? I mean, without a robust common base, could it lead to integration issues down the line?
That's a totally valid point. There is a potential risk of fragmentation. However, we're already seeing attempts at standardization, similar to material design for Android, which is trying to provide a consistent experimental base for AI development.
Interesting perspective. Fair enough. And that standardization could, in turn, help reduce friction between various niche applications and the underlying infrastructure.
Precisely. It's all about finding that sweet spot between innovation and interoperability. The landscape is moving incredibly fast, and there's a lot of trial and error involved.
Yeah, true. And let's not forget, the convergence of these trends, geopolitical competition, evolving business models, nimble infrastructure, and robust applications, creates massive opportunities for innovation.
Exactly. It's like a perfect storm for disruption. Everything from how we interact with machines to how businesses operate is getting a major positive shakeup.
Right on. With this pace, I wonder how traditional industries will adapt. Do you think the AI revolution is going to completely overhaul sectors like finance, healthcare, and maybe even law?
I think so. Just think about the precision of translations, the design improvements in imagery, and the new workflow models. It's all trickling, or rather cascading, into every industry imaginable.
Yeah, absolutely. And then there's the thought of consumers interacting directly with these AI systems, especially with the advent of NPUs in mobile devices and laptops, making AI on device a reality.
Right, which is a big leap forward in terms of privacy and control. It's like having a personal AI, capable of high performance without having to send all your data to the cloud.
Yep, exactly. And that also ties back to the idea of keeping data secure and reducing dependence on cloud giants, right?
Totally. It's a balancing act, leveraging the best of both worlds. You want the power of massive infrastructure when needed, but also the flexibility of local, more efficient models.
Very true. So, summing it up, we are looking at a rapidly evolving AI ecosystem driven by intense geopolitical competition, revolutionary infrastructure developments, and groundbreaking applications that span virtually every facet of our lives.
Yes, and while there are challenges, like potential fragmentation and conflicts of interest between infrastructure owners and third party developers, the opportunities are huge. It's a new frontier for anyone in tech, business, or even for policymakers trying to keep up with changes.
Exactly, very exciting. And it really makes you wonder what kind of collaborations might emerge between human creativity and machine efficiency. Can you envision what's next?
Well, I think we're heading toward a future where AI not only augments our capabilities, but also opens up entirely new ways of interacting with the world, a fusion of intuitive, visual interfaces and underlying mathematical sophistication.
Yeah, that's a fascinating vision. One last thought. As companies rush to innovate, do you think there's a risk of overshooting the balance between quality and rapid deployment?
That's an interesting critique. I do see that risk. The race to be first might lead to errors or insufficiently tested applications. But on the flip side, competition often drives rapid iteration and improvement. It's a risky but necessary trade off, I'd say.
Yeah, absolutely. And in the end, that competitive landscape, despite its risks, is what's accelerating change across the board.
For sure. We're in the midst of a transformative era that's reshaping industries, strategies, and even international politics. Keep an eye on these trends. They're not slowing down anytime
Totally.
soon.
This interplay of innovation, competition, and business model evolution is what makes the future of AI so unpredictable yet thrilling.
Yep, it's like riding a roller coaster. A little scary at times, but the view is absolutely breathtaking.
Agreed, it's a wild ride. Well, that wraps up our deep dive into the new frontier of AI in business and geopolitics. Thanks for joining this dialogue of ideas.
Thanks for the engaging conversation. Till next time, keep questioning, keep innovating, and stay curious about where AI is taking us next.
Absolutely.